Hello and welcome to tonight's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Quaglia, sitting here with Marv Ezhan and with Mike Molyneaux, per usual. It's February. It's late February. We are scraping at the bottom, but honestly, the Patriots offseason is giving us something to discuss. There's plenty to talk about, well, somewhat, I guess. And something that I've been seeing pop up on Twitter over this past week or two, or honestly, even kind of over the entire offseason. It's this question about Odell Beckham Jr. So we know after watching the Patriots crap season last year, all right, crap season, they could not throw the ball. There were no targets. The Patriots lacked a legitimate big time target. So now I'm seeing some people talk about this on Twitter, and I thought it was an interesting thing to bring up here. Guys, Odell Beckham Jr. with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, I was looking up his stats. The amount of touchdowns, Odell Beckham Jr., one of the best receivers in the league. Some may call him overrated. 4 touchdowns last season. That's it. With Baker Mayfield for this team that everybody was like, oh man, the Browns, they might be a Super Bowl pick in the AFC. Well, they sucked. Odell Beckham Jr., he might be, he might want to shoot his way out of town like he kind of did with the Giants. So the question goes with that. If you're the Patriots, and would you guys be happy if the Patriots did this? Would trading your first round pick in this year's NFL draft be worth it for Odell Beckham Jr., adding him to this Patriots roster? Marv, let's start with you. What do you think? OBJ worth a first round pick?
If you find out that OBJ is available for a first round pick, New England Patriots, you have to make that call. You have to make that call. Absolutely. Let's and everyone's gonna say, but are you really going to risk the first round pick? How many first round picks have been successful for the New England Patriots in the
Yeah, did we
past
watch
year?
N'Keal Harry this year?
Like how often have we said, "Oh man, our first round pick has really done wonders for us"? Yes, Sony Michel, he had a great rookie year. The book is still out on him after what we saw from the second year. Isaiah Wynn, can he stay healthy on the field? Like, there's not many first round picks that you look at with New England and say that's a hit. Odell Beckham, you know what you are getting out of Odell Beckham, and you're gonna bring him into a Patriot system where I think he would fit perfectly if you still have Tom Brady as your quarterback. He would be perfect in that system. He plays similar to an Antonio Brown. He's not just an outside receiver. You can bring him inside. Good route runner. Obviously, we know what he can do once he gets the ball in his hands. I think he'd do wonders for this team. We all know that, passing option was a huge issue last year. Like you said, Nick, Patriots could not move the ball at all. You throw that ball to Odell Beckham, the chains are moving. Julian Edelman, he is not the same player he once was. We've seen the drop passes from last year. We see that he does get hurt,
Led
the
the league.
durability. So you got if you can get a chance to get Odell Beckham for a first round pick, absolutely. I think he'd be perfect for this Patriot system. Yes, the outside stuff. I think with Odell, it gets a little overblown just because of the celebrity of who he is. I think if he's under Bill Belichick, working with Tom Brady, that we all know who he idolizes, I think it'd be a match made in heaven to have him in this team. And I'm not worried about giving up a first round pick whatsoever.
So, talking about the contract, he's got 4 years left on that contract, entering his age 27 season now. 14 million, 14.5, 13.75, 13.75, obviously $1 million. And then the cap hit from this year through the 2023 season, 14.25, 15.75, 15.15. So, with that in mind, Mike, what do you think? OBJ worth a first round pick?
I think Marv hit the nail right on the head when he said the draft picks that the Patriots have made over the years are still kind of questionable, haven't been anything really to write home about. And especially if you're looking directly at the draft picks made at the wide receiver position, it hasn't really worked out well for the Patriots. N'Keal Harry, the jury's still out to see what he'll turn into, but for the most part, he hasn't obviously in his 1 year showed that he's going to be the next top guy in the system. But if you have the opportunity to get Odell Beckham Jr. in a Patriots uniform, you have to go get him. You have to. You know, this is a guy who the talent is there. I understand he had a bad season last year with the Cleveland Browns, and some of that was, him, the system. Baker Mayfield wasn't the guy many people thought he could be, should be. A lot of factors played into Odell Beckham Jr. having a bad season with the Browns. But you get him into a Patriots uniform, get him into the Patriots system. Like Marv said, I firmly believe that he'll be able to transform into a very productive player for the Patriots, a very productive wide receiver for the Patriots, especially if Tom Brady is the quarterback. You know, this is a guy who, again, we've said it many times on the show, give Brady weapons, veteran weapons who know what they're doing on the football field. And Odell Beckham is exactly that type of player that we've asked for. You have to see if you can make that happen. If it's available, yes, Patriots should give up a first-round pick if that's what it would take to get Odell Beckham Jr. in a Patriots uniform.
Yeah, if you have that option, you do it. And especially if you bring back Tom Brady. Because at that point, like, the only concern that I would have with this is you're somewhat mortgaging the future, which we know isn't really Bill Belichick's style. He likes to look towards the future. He likes to build a team that's going to be sustainable for a long period of time. So if you bring in OBJ, suddenly it seems like you're mortgaging that future, especially because of what you could do with that first-round pick. I mean, I've seen, I think, Jacob Eason as the mock draft pick for the Patriots at pick number 23 out of Washington. So you're potentially losing out on a future quarterback of this team, especially if you do bring back Tom. Then you're really mortgaging that future because you're clearly not focusing on that as much. You're not focusing on what this team looks like down the line as much. But you look at a win now approach.
Yep.
You look at getting that 7th ring. Hell yes,
Yeah.
You bring in OBJ. What that, you know how electric that would be? Even as a Patriots fan. And you guys are right. Like, the diva thing, like, that's the biggest thing with OBJ, right? Like, that's what you worry about. You worry about OBJ being a pain in the ass. You worry about him proposing to the safety net over on the sideline. You worry about him throwing hissy fits all the time. If he's in a Patriots uniform, I sincerely see him just falling in line and being cooperative with this team. I sincerely see him falling into the Patriots' way and being an elite threat for the Patriots. And and also think about it like this. If you do want to bring Tom Brady back, and Tom Brady's even on the fence, and who knows, I mean, we've made it known on the show a couple of times now, we think that Tom Brady will be back, or at least me and Mike do. Marv, I forget what you said. But
this guy threw me under the bus. That is crazy.
Marv doesn't believe it, though. Marv
actually said that he wants Tom gone.
This is, we are not going to lie on the roundtable.
You can't. Check the tapes. OBJ he's not making too much of a salary. 14, 14, 5, 13, 7, 5, 13, 7, 5 again. I mean, he fits what the Patriots want. You need that top target. If you bring Tom Brady back, you give him that weapon. He improves. He takes away the focus from the other receivers. Guys, this is perfect. Mwah, mwah. If you have OBJ as an option here, I mean, let's have it. Let's just give the Patriots the Super Bowl now. It would be unreal.
Quick question. If you were able to do that and make that trade, you get OBJ in here, great. Does another move need to be made? Or you're just fine with saying, okay, OBJ, Edelman.
Another move in the wide receiver position?
Yes.
If you have OBJ, if you have OBJ, you don't have to make a draft. There's other, small veteran wide receivers you can bring in.
That's such a big move that you should. That's such a big move that I don't even think you would have to do too much more.
Yeah, nothing crazy. You bring in some guys like they did last year with the Maurice Harrises, the Inman. You try out these small veteran wide receivers to see if they can fit into the system, but you don't have to make a big splash anywhere else.
And if you're able to get him before you sign back Tom Brady, who knows? Tom might even sign at something less. Just as long as you commit to 2 years to Tom Brady, he might even sign for less if you bring in a guy like OBJ, because you've got that weapon. That's all he wants. He wants that guy that he can launch the ball to downfield and feel confident that he's going to come down with it.
I hear that.
You get OBJ. There's an option to get OBJ. You do it. You pull that trigger.
You have to, especially for me, honestly, first round pick that's a steal.
Oh yeah, and I mean because we're talking about it and we're all in agreement. Bill's not going to do it. It's not going to happen. He'll get traded, but he'll go somewhere else.
Right. For like a 4th rounder, we're gonna be like, what the hell were the Patriots doing?